Yo, what's going on my people? Today we're going to be talking a bit about SWAS, what it is, how to get started, and how to get clients for it. Before we get started though, there's a few things you need to know. First is what white labeling is. So to white label something pretty much means to act as if you own a specific product or software or whatever it may be, but you're not actually the owner of it, someone else owns it, but you're just acting like you own it. Now the second term is SaaS. SaaS is software as a service, and what this means is you white label a software and you present that as a service, as an offer to another business. So let's say a construction company, you call a construction company up and you say, hey mate, how's it going? I've got this really good software that I've created. It's really useful for saving time because you're able to organize all of your leads. You're able to make automations to make qualifying leads faster, stuff like that. Are you interested in my software at all? Let me know, etc. If they are interested, you're going to give them a price. My price is $497 for my SWAS, but I'm about to get onto that in a second. But yeah, that's what SaaS is. You charge them a monthly retainer for the software as if you're the one that's made it, as if you're the one that owns it. They can't disprove this. They can't disprove that you don't own it, because how are they gonna do that? And a good software to do this with is Go High Level. Go High Level legally lets you white label their software. Look into that if that's something that interests you. However, SaaS is really hard to get clients for because you have to think about it. You're given a business owner, you're given a construction company owner access to a software where they're going to have to learn how to use the software. So that's where the issue comes in, and that's why SaaS isn't a good business model, but SWAS really is. Now we can finally move on to what SWAS is, because we know about white labeling and SaaS. SWAS stands for software with a service, and this pretty much means, one, you're going to offer them the software as if it was an offer, as if it was a service. So you're doing SaaS first of all, but you're also providing them a service within that software. So for example, I'm gonna cold call a construction company saying, hey mate, how's it going? I'm gonna get you qualified leads using automations. I'm going to get you more reviews on Google through reactivation campaigns, and I'm also going to create you a website. Now, SWAS comes in here with the fact that when you create these automated lead generation funnels, your client has to have access to the software in order to communicate with their new leads. So let's say, so the difference here is with SaaS, they have to learn everything themselves, but with SWAS, you're actually doing all of the hard work for your client, and all they have to do is log onto the software and they have access to everything you've already done for them. So they don't have to learn anything. Yeah, it's a bit more time consuming on your end. However, there's a much higher chance of getting clients this way. So let me simplify it more rather than talking about all three services that I mentioned previously. Let's just focus on automated lead generation here. So I'm gonna run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, maybe TikTok ads, and whenever I get my client a lead, they're going to funnel into the software. I have an automation in place that automatically qualifies that lead. So as soon as they respond to my automated text, I know that this lead is actually interested and they're not wasting any time. And as soon as they reply, obviously, like I said, I know they're interested. So now I'm gonna tell my client that they've gotten a qualified lead, and all they have to do from here is log onto the software, reply to the lead, give them a quotation, and boom, they've got a job. So that's how SWAS works. Now, how do you actually get started with SWAS then? The best way to go about it is, one, in person. Obviously, you have to be a very confident, mature, and sociable person. You have to be good with your words and you have to be able to articulate yourself. You can't stutter, but this is the most effective way if you're very good at, talking. So go in person to, if it's a restaurant, if it's a barber, if it's a dentist, go in person and let them know about your SWAS. So like I said, you're gonna give them access to the software, but you're also gonna do all of the hard work for them, which is providing them automated leads. The second best way to get clients and how to get started is through cold calling. So what you would do is you would go on Google, you would search up construction companies near me. You're gonna have about 100 different companies to call, and you're simply just gonna phone them up. If you're looking for a cold call script and you don't want to waste any time trying to make one yourself, or if you're new to it and you just want a really good one that you know is gonna work, then you can use my cold call script, which I've used to help me get 8 clients. And you can join my Discord. It's completely free. It's just in the free resources channel. That's that's where you'll have access to my cold call script. The third best way would be emails, and you know what, I'm not even going to talk about that because 99% of emails get ignored, so I wouldn't even bother. Just stick to in-person and stick to cold calling. So obviously you're probably wondering, what happens after I've called the business? What do I do then? Well, this is where you would book them into a meeting, and I use Google Slides for my presentations, for my meetings, and I pretty much run them super fast through the presentation, and it's pretty much where I elaborate upon my service. So I would explain more in depth about how the automated lead generation works, what they would have to do, and of course at the end of it, after I've shown them my testimonials and after I've explained what I'm going to be doing for them, I tell them my price. So I charge £497 per month, and if you think logically here, £500 sounds a lot more expensive than £497. So obviously it is a psychological game. I charge them a £497 per month retainer, and with that obviously they're getting automated lead generation and they're getting access to the software. So it's basically getting their business more customers in a super efficient manner. So after you've told them the price, if they're happy with everything, then all you do from there, you set up the software, you set up your account, you set up all of the automations, and then you give them access to it. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, you're gonna have to learn about how to use Go High Level. There are a bunch of free YouTube tutorials and, you know, things to learn from for completely free on YouTube, so don't buy any courses. But yeah, first of all, you're gonna have to learn about how to use Go High Level. And then you're gonna have to research Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok marketing, so how to actually run ads for your specific niche. And then of course, you're gonna have to get better at cold calling and going in person to try and get clients. Now, the best piece of advice I can give you for cold calling is you're just gonna have to do it. You can't procrastinate. At the end of the day, what's the worst that can happen? They're gonna say no, or they're gonna tell you to F off, and you're never going to speak to them again. So you've just got to get over your fear of the first few cold calls, and then you'll be chilling. Like, that's how it works with me every single time. The first 2-3 cold calls, I'm shitting my pants, and then after that, I'm completely relaxed. So get the first few cold calls out the way and you'll be fine. And obviously, after cold calling for multiple days in a row, you will understand what you can do better, what to fix. For example, with me, I know I have to fix my stutters, my my ers, stuff like that. So that's the only way you're going to improve, is just by consistently and repeatedly cold calling. And yeah, that's pretty much it with SWAS. So hopefully this video has been sort of useful. I know I've waffled a tiny bit. I'm still trying to get better at this whole YouTube thing. Yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this at least. And the last thing I have to say is just get into it. I'm giving you guys so much free knowledge here, and no one else is talking about this business model like I am. So get into it as soon as you can, and hopefully you guys find success with it. Join my Discord in bio, it will be in the description, and I'll see you lot on my next one.